Welcome to another video from Gweilo 60. I'm just sitting on a street corner right by the Nanning Amusement Park, or zoo. It's the zoo amusement park. They're gonna drop those people over there. Can you see that from here, or is the light too bad? They're gonna take them up there and they're gonna drop them. Now that's gonna scare the living bejesus out of them. Okay, let's see it. Wait. This could be fun. Who would find fun in that? See, I don't see any fun in that. Anyway, welcome to another video from Gweilo 60. I get requests all the time on my channel. People asking me, what did you used to do in your real life for a job or whatever? So, well, I've done many things in my life. I started out at 17 in the Royal Canadian Navy. Well, after a little while, I found out that that was just not my calling. So, I got out of there. Then, I was a jail guard in Peace River, Alberta. 6 months. Yeah, I made it 6 months. And then they said, yeah, we'll keep you because of 6 months probationary period. Yeah, we'll keep you. And I thought, oh no. So I quit the next day. Yeah. Then I worked in a potash mine in Kalonzie, Saskatchewan for about 6 years. And then I sort of got the entrepreneurial bug. Okay. My first little business was I took senior citizens from Canada down to Yuma, Arizona for winter vacations. That went over pretty good until I didn't know how to run a business, or I found out I didn't know how to run a business. Make $1 million, spend $1 million, you know how it is. Okay, so I thought, oh, I'll show them. So I went to business school for a couple of years at SciAst in Prince Albert. Teach you accounting, marketing, and just your basic business skills. Well, that sort of did me good in my next adventures. I started working for a collection agency in Regina. Put a couple years behind me there, and then moved up to another collection agency in Prince Albert, Saskatchewan. One that my dad's friend that he grew up with owned. Well, after about 10 years and marrying Wei Fong, you know how Chinese are, start your own business, start your own business. He was going to sell his business, and he was asking more than I thought it was worth, so I just went out and started my own. Well, it turned out that running my own business this time worked really good for us. So I ran the only collection agency north of Saskatoon in the province of Saskatchewan for about 11 years. We did repossessions, court cases, civil actions, whatever. But during that time, because I don't like to just sit around and do bad things, I thought, what can I do good? So I went back to school during sort of like correspondence and got my immigration consulting ticket. You either have to be a lawyer or an immigration consultant registered with the Canadian government to assist people in immigrating to Canada. So I got that in 2007. No, 2005. I remember 2005. And I assisted a number of people moving from China mostly, but places like Bangladesh and New Zealand and India and places like that, to move to Canada, economic immigrants under the SIMPI program, Saskatchewan Immigrant Nominee Program. So I went from being a sailor to a jail guard, from a jail guard to a potash miner, from a potash miner to a business owner that ran a tour company, to running collections departments for other people, starting up my own collection agency, repossession business, and immigration consulting business, and poof, 11 years after I started my own business, because you make more running your own stuff than you do somebody else's, on the advice of my lovely wife, who said, why are you going to work for somebody else? You could make more money doing it yourself. And she was right. So 11 years after we started our own business, we didn't have two nickels to rub together. and a mortgage. And 11 years later, we were retired, which is pretty good. You know, now I'm living the life of Riley in Nanning, China. Plus, I spend some time on Vancouver Island in Nanaimo. I've got a condo there. Plus, I like to spend time down in Yuma, Arizona, trailer parks with old people, because old people, they're pretty interesting, you know, and I make videos now. So I guess that's the 5-minute and 30-second version of who is Gweilo 60 and what did he do for a living. One of the things that when I was in the Navy, I sort of got a travel bug because we went to a lot of different countries, you know. Every port in the Western Hemisphere, I think. Anyway, so, you know, once you get that travel bug, I don't think you ever get rid of it. It manifested when I started the tour company, Human Tours, to take seniors down to Arizona. That just made it even worse. So all the time that I was working in an office, I was dreaming about traveling different places. You know, I've been to Russia, I've been a lot of places. You know, but the Eastern world was still a little bit mysterious to me, I guess. So what do? You marry a Chinese girl, move to China. Exactly, that's what I did. And you know, and we've been traveling ever since, you know, whether it's back to Canada, down to the States, into Mexico, or Thailand, or Cambodia, or Japan, or Singapore, you name it, different places in China. We've been on the move pretty well steady for the last 4 years. We've retired for 4 years now, or 4 years in 1 month. You know, so that travel bug, once you get it, there is no cure for it. You can't take a pill for it. So I guess joining the Navy when I was 17 years old defined the rest of my life, which is, I guess, okay. What a beautiful scene, eh? And this again is right in the middle of Nanning City. So what a beautiful city this is. If you like this video, as always, like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye now. Oh yeah. And this is one of the things I wouldn't do. Now listen to the screams. This is amusement park in Nanning, China. Right by the zoo. Oh, upside down. I don't think so, not me.